Let's do a custom run. I think you can kind of tell exactly what I've got set up here, and we'll just do Cruci 12. I don't really feel like doing anything too much higher, but I do want it to be at least slightly challenging. I think Refresh Perspective is undoubtedly the pick, because upgrading pegs and then slamming them is like a great way to get more use out of the upgrades. But we'll just stick with Navigation Inflation. It's a little bit of extra greed, and I feel like our starting deck is going to be pretty insane early on, so we should be pretty fine. I don't really plan on I plan on following like the usual custom deck start rules, where I'm not going to add any other orbs to my deck, even if they are dupes of original orbs that I've had in my deck, which are all of the slamming orbs to be clear. And I'm only allowed to upgrade these orbs. I'm also not allowed to remove them. I was hesitant on whether or not I should even add a potion ball because it feels a bit. It's an extremely strong orb, shall we say? But in the end, I decided, like, yeah, it is literally one of the slime orbs, so I should just be adding it to my deck. Simple as that. I'm kind of fine upping this navigation here, but we do want to collect cash if we're going to the store, so yeah. Like, we'll say there is just reasonably decent. I do want to see what Chemical Hazard can do. I imagine that a lot of these sliming orbs are not exactly going to be doing the most for a while. That's just kind of how it goes with them. They have pretty solid upgrades, but without their upgrades, they are kind of lacking in some of the general areas which you would usually expect from an orb. In particular, they do very minimal damage, especially Potion Ball, because, you know, it deals melee. Are we even going double shop? We're probably not even going double shop then, okay. Because, like, we just don't have the cash to fund it, straight up. Sure. Just +8 cash per navigation? Sure. Oh, hey. I'm feeling pretty crazy, so, Splatter, good. Chemical Hazard, okay. Yeah, that's really what I was not hoping for. Chemical Hazard again? That might have to be my last one. Alright, one. Oh. So, wow. This is hilarious. These are the two orbs I really wanted to hit. This one was also very decent, and this one was also really decent. I think that Generate Orbs is extremely interesting. I'm interested to see what Generate Orb can do. But I can't lose any more health there, unfortunately. I should be able to go right here. Yeah, good. Then I should be able to go left here. Oh, man. Slime with Slime sounds really cool, but also there's just like, there's an Enhanced there, so I'll probably just take the Enhanced. But to be honest, I'm happy with any of them. I Total isn't going to improve my orbs whatsoever, because I can't change my orbs, as I stated. I think it should be still pretty cool. Yeah. In theory, like, picking up this thing. Wait. Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna pick this up. I thought... Okay, I'm really happy that we found this out extremely fast, but apparently I don't know all the sliming orbs in the game. I just don't have this in my deck, right? Yeah, okay. I meant to have this in my deck, so... That sucks, because I really wanted to buy a remove there, but I don't think I'm going to be passing on that Twooze Company. I don't like Twooze Company, but it's kind of necessary for this run. Let's get that sliming going. Man, that is a lot of healing pegs. Farm upgrade would have been sweet. Great stuff. Oh, the bomb didn't kill. Oh, I was hoping the bomb would kill. Oh well. Look at that, double damage peg. Oh my god. Amazing. Yes, claim the healing. I really do need to heal up. Man, that level 2 Splatter is outputting some very serious numbers. Let's try and kill off this guy and then we'll Poison Slime the rest of them. Hopefully. Yeah, like that. Okay. I'm seeing this orb. The fact that it's level 3 is going to give me a good view of what it's like. So I kind of do appreciate that upgrade at least. And I should definitely just be chucking upgrades onto my Balm because, like, if I verse like Minotaur and upgrading my Balm means that I get one extra healing peg on the roll, that sounds really decent, doesn't it? Like, I like the sound of that. Oh man. Okay, good. Yeah, it's super duper unfortunate that we're losing this much health, but I really need to go to this elite. Okay. This is very interesting. I'm liking the look of Chemical Hazard a lot this fight, actually. Yeah, okay. I definitely did always think that Chemical Hazard was an orb that could be reasonably interesting, but I've never managed to actually get use out of it, so I've never been able to properly rate it. Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, as my previous run, I believe it was, showed, yeah, you can get tons and tons of use out of Balm in this fight. So, having that shot do that to me was very, very rude. Like, every 3 pegs hit. Three's a lot. Not bad. I really can't afford to lose too much health, apparently. Oh, that was not exactly what I was aiming for, but it looks like it's going to work out. It's upgraded, so I'd shoot it. Yes. Pretty mediocre shot, and it missed the refresh. Damn, I was actually really hoping for that refresh, to be honest. Oh, what? Okay, I'll take it, I'll take it. You got the kill. That's basically all I needed from it. Let's try and get a Obliviation shot. It may be less likely to kill than the Splatter, but, yeah, okay, that was not the right call, apparently. Alright, let's just try this now. Oh, no! Damn. I mean, that works. That most certainly works. Okay. Seems like we're leaving this fight off in a pretty solid spot. It's just not the most ideal. Boom. Great stuff. Yeah, okay. I'm very impressed with Chemical Hazard this fight. It certainly has met my expectations. That seems quite solid. And should I do another one? I have time, right? Yeah, surely. Oh, Recombobulator. I don't have Enhanced, but I think Recombobulator is a very, very nice pickup. Man, only getting 1 healing pick that fight was unfortunate. I would love to recover my health before the slime fight, but at least I do full heal at the end of every area. That is certainly quite nice about this one. Ooh. Balm, Potion Ball, Pebble. Perfect. We lose the Pebble. And then let's continue to go this way. Oh, uh-oh. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Quite rude. We'll see what we can achieve with this. As long as we can get some healing. Yeah, seems decent enough. Then I will be pleased. Perfect. Generator Orb's actually very, very solid at hitting bombs there. It's like a rip-off Lightning Orb. It's the same rarity, I believe, with Lightning Orb, because I'm playing Spinventor. Oh, let's change my targeting, I think. Oh, God. Well, now I didn't want to change my targeting. Quite ironic that that works out. Yeah, 59 health. Simply gaining. That's exactly what we wish to see. Yeah, this is the kind of reason why I want an enhanced deck, because imagine I can just like hit that bomb. That would have been sweet. Pretty sure we should be able to get something cool here. Removing all on the terrible is kind of exactly what we're looking for, but a free upgrade as well is it's not bad of it. We'll just take the remove here. I see duplicate a random potion book because that's like the only way I want duplicated. But as I said, I'll be removing any excess orbs. It's just not what we're doing this run. Okay. 2? 2's decent, but I would have certainly preferred a 3rd. I mean, yeah, wow, okay, that's actually really good, isn't it? Okay, I'm listening. Part of the issue I had with it previously was the fact that, you know, if you pop that peg, you're not gaining the damage from it until you refresh. And I believe I also wasn't sure that if it refreshed, if it would actually stay. But I'm pretty sure it does, so... yeah, like, that actually seems very decent, I like it. Maybe I'll pick it up more often. The problem is, it happens after their attack, doesn't it? So... still just a bit odd. But the damage certainly is valuable, it's just the delay on it as well is certainly not the most fortunate. Talk about the most fortunate, by the way. This fight is getting spicier. Oh no. Well, let's see what this last shot can do, eh? Splatter, can you crit? Would you look at that? I made it through. Yeah, let's send an upgrade on the potion, but I think that should be very, very solid. Okay, there are some options here. I think we definitely can't take this one. Downgrading is just not something we can afford to do, especially when the average damage of our deck is absolute trash. Like, really, really bad. We just can't take Hagglon Statue because we're not adding rare orbs to our deck. There's nothing we can afford to add to our deck because it's not in the rules. So Glorious Suffering, I think, sounds pretty good. We also have a Leaf, though. And Leaf does sound pretty damn tempting. I also think that Leaf has some very nice synergy with like Slimy and stuff because Slimy pegs are harder to hit. Early store. Don't really have the cash for that just yet. Maybe Chemical Hazard is a good way to get some damage in here. 3. Okay, 3 sounds good. Oh wow, that was actually some very decent damage, wasn't it? Recombobulate is also going to be extremely, extremely nice here. I like it. Yep, my health is maintaining. Great stuff. Yeah, okay. This is nice. I would love a good slime. That would be exceptionally nice. And also momentum generators. I would say that Hive Turtle was certainly the worst passive at that junction. But considering the fact that I have now picked up a very, very solid boss passive, I'm not complaining too much. Because it's quite good. We still need to remove, unfortunately. Oh, we're going to a second store? Well, let's try it. I have navigation inflation, so going to a second store is much easier to consider. Ooh, especially if I can greed like that. I was not expecting to collect any cash there. Talk about collecting momentum generators. Card collector's nuts, especially with all the sliming we've got going on. It's actually so good. Let's get some healing down, ideally. That is kind of funny, though, that when it tries to create a slimed peg, instead it'll create a bomb. That could be very unfortunate sometimes. Oh, do I have poison? I have poison. Oops. I need to get used to properly using the poison. It is indeed a thing. Yeah, our healing is just pretty exceptional, though. So, health loss is not really permanent. I find it so funny that I just totally forgot about the existence of Twooze Company. I just don't think it's the most interesting orb. I think it stacks interestingly with the peg downgrading, but yeah, for the most part, I don't really use that stuff. Where is our split orb? There we go. And then apart from that, everything is perfectly... God, it's hard to tell, but apart from that, everything looks fine. Yep. Well, that says slime, so I've got to take that. And this says healing, so I'll take... Do I have the skeleton against this guy? I'm going to kill him with poison damage. Yes. Yeah, if we could pick up a good slime before that fight, that'll be perfect. Chemical Hazard, sure. I don't expect it to get too much damage done this fight, but I guess we can see what it can do. 40 damage per shot sounds... yeah, very solid. It's probably not much in the grand scheme of things, but every little bit does add up. And especially with all the bomb spam we've got going on, yeah, it's going to be quite nice. We do have Cruci 12 activated though, because we are playing at Cruci 12. And you may ask me, why did I choose Cruci 12 in particular? Well, the correct answer is, of course, no real reason. I just clicked at Cruci 12 because I could. I don't know, I didn't want to play too high. Like, I didn't really feel like going horrible levels. And I feel like Cruci 12 was a good break-off point. Because, like, before Cruci 12, your bombs do matter quite a lot. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to play with that this run. Bag of Orange Pegs when I have Leaf the Rest for later sounds pretty decent. Pocket Watch is actually pretty decent synergy with slimy stuff though, especially with momentum generators. So I may just take that, but I think multipliers are better than straight benefits. Which is what Pocket Watch is, standing on mole procs. Which is cool and all, but like, yeah. Right, we have 3 upgrades possible here. Alleviation, if I actually care about that, which I just don't. And Splat Up is just insane, right? It's just by far the best possible upgrade. Like, oh my god, wow, look, applies double damage time to the first peg hit. That text is clearly just so good that I should be upgrading that for that. Yeah, Splat Up just feels like the best one by a mile. Excluding the healing ones, because, you know, healing orbs aren't really orbs. You don't really consider them as orbs. They're more like your lifeline. They keep you alive. I do think that I am actually quite impressed with Chemical Hazard so far. And I do think that the lightning ones, I think they're also actually pretty interesting. However, you know, like, if you're really enjoying the lightning ones, you should probably just be using lightning orbs instead, because lightning orbs are pretty exceptional at this point in time. They just proc so many pegs, and they generally contribute to your game plan exactly how you're looking for. Navigation might be a bit annoying, so of course I'll shoot the orb, which is going to massively slime the board. Instigate Orb's always an interesting orb, but unfortunately I can't run it. Shock Absorber would be nuts here, by the way. I have Recombobulator, so that just sounds extremely, extremely decent, but I can't pick it up. Look how good that shot was. That was pretty beautiful. Nice. I'll take some extra cash. We can always use it after all. Alright, so there. This way's better. Okay, good to know. Good to know that navigation there didn't actually matter that much. However, I believe that the most important thing for navigation is just me collecting as much cash as possible. Because right now, ooh, how much? 140 damage, that's pretty decent. I mean, like, if I get that in the Demon Wall fight, that's going to chip away an awful lot of his health. Like 90 per turn. Probably at least 1,000, right? Seems cool. Generator, because that's probably the... Well, it's one of the better also collecting cash. Not by much, though. The enhanced shot certainly would have given me more cash. It's fine, though. 150 per sis. Maybe I shouldn't have picked that up. No, I think it's pretty fine. That was exactly what I was looking for. Navigation inflation reduce is incredible. And then if we've got that much cash income, surely Basalt Clothing will also come in handy. The thing is, let's be honest, I can't have anything I can remove. My healing is already perfectly set up, so I don't need to think about that whatsoever. This one deals damage, so we'll upgrade it. My healing in bulk in general is just really, really fine. It's quite good at the moment. Let's set up some poison pegs. Good stuff. 90 damage. I'm a believer. So when I said I'm a believer, I was expecting to actually hit bombs there. I know, a bit of a crazy concept, considering the fact that I hit like no bombs. Part of the reason why reduced refuse recycle is so good is not only do I get the extra increase from navigation inflation, but also I have Recombobulator. So I'm just going to have tons of bombs after every map. And I feel like that's already been pretty noticeable for my earlier shots. Having enhanced certainly would have been extremely, extremely nice though. Kind of sad I haven't been able to collect that yet. Saw it once early on and that was it. I don't believe that makes a difference, so I'll just press this button because, as I said, my cash income should improve a decent chunk. Although, it was completely garbage there. Man, Spell was the first shot, has to be the worst possible target. Especially since, yeah, okay, shoot alleviation. I mean, look, scaling actually does matter, so let's just aim for some refreshes, I guess. And also, any bombs I do make are permanent. Let's just cycle to Chemical Hazard ASAP. I think that it can do some very nice stuff this fight. Let's see how much damage per turn we can get up to on Chemical Hazard. Man, I mean, if you're gonna do that, like, sign me up. 170 damage per turn. That sounds quite decent, doesn't it? Especially since I'm going to increase that probably to maybe 300 damage per turn if we're lucky. I think that was 270? Or maybe 330. Yeah, I wasn't paying the most attention. Alrighty. Yeah, Potion Ball is just going to be one of the better orbs we're shooting every single time. We got a lot of bomb damage there, as well as a lot of scaling. And a lot of the other orbs are going to appreciate the scaling, let me tell you that much. We'll shoot Generator as well because I believe it's also helping with our total damage output. Probably not as much as like... Oh, I don't know, that is a lot. It's so good actually. Just melting into him, perfect. Keep it up. God, imagine we had enhanced that Aura Refreshing Punch. That would be pretty nuts. Recombobulator is... It's actually crazy how good Recombobulator is. It's so good. Don't believe double damage slimes matter. No, it does believe they should, actually. At least we're shredding his health with poison every turn. That's always fun. Oh, and then it's Balm next? Oh god. Definitely all of my worst orbs towards the start. 5 Spinesta, that's perfect. Although critting is actually kind of hard for me. But when I do crit, yeah, it's a lot of damage. I believe you're just dead this shot. We'll see what happens though. Alright, if you don't hit a crit, it's going to be a bit harder to kill you, but not that much harder. Oh, you are going to hit a crit? Hey, look, sign me up. Okay. Yeah, momentum generators are extremely, extremely good. You can see why I was at least interested in the pocket watch idea, but I do think that the potential for a multiplier is just a better pick overall. So I picked it. Meteorite sounds pretty worthless. Roth sounds quite decent. Quite decent indeed. For the same reason, Saposex is also extremely interesting. Okay, so the reason why I'm not picking Saposex is because I do actually want this to be a sliding orb run, and if I take Saposex, it's not going to be there, especially if I verse squares here, because they're just incredibly, incredibly weak to AoE, especially Saposex plus Recombobulator. That is a pretty nasty combination. Cool. We took a bunch of procs there, so then we get all of our slimes added to the board, so this next shot is not going to damage us whatsoever. In the meantime, it's going to be scaling us, hitting a bunch of bombs, and just generally completing our game plan. Let's see what the map looks like. We have an early store followed by a later store. Increasing my max HP really is just pretty worthless, but in theory, if I have the cash income to support it, it is a good upgrade. I'm just not sure if I actually have it yet. Sounds decent for me. I can't exactly do anything else because this is meant to be a slime orb run. I made 2 bombs there. No shot for me. Kind of unfortunate, especially since I didn't get re-navigated there. I'm pretty sure this just kills first shot. Nothing too crazy there. It just kills first shot. And now let's mop up some of this cash. We have navigation inflation, super boots, and just everything you could really want there. Unfortunately, I can only do this button. Otherwise, I would have to remove. Which is fine, but rather not waste the cash. Chemical hazard. It definitely... I mean, yeah. This is the thing. Whenever I play like a deck building game, I always try and set up my deck for the final area. Since that's usually where you should probably be aiming for all of the time. If you can afford to, right? It's the thing. And I feel like Chemical Hazard isn't exactly fulfilling that wish. Which is probably part of the reason why I never really took it too much. But I was very impressed with the level 3 Chemical Hazard early on. It's just like, that was a level 3 Chemical Hazard. Part of the reason why I was so good is because, like, I didn't have to spend any cash on it whatsoever. Which is, you know, like, always a big boon, right? But still, yeah. 255, that certainly is a lot of cash. Great stuff, 318, not bad. Oh, baby. That's pretty beautiful, a great way for me to collect some extra cash. Technically, I'm happy to go either way here, yep. I'll shoot Generator. Doesn't really matter what I shoot, to be honest. Don't take any self-damage because that's just how this works out. Alright, now it's potion boot time. It's always potion boot time. It's one of the very fun things about Spinventor, the fact that you have access to potion boot in your pool very readily. Because potion boot is a pretty damn amazing orb. There's a reason it's been nerfed this many times. And especially when you're adding Persist 1 onto it, it's a pretty damn amazing orb. I could have just ended my turn there, couldn't I? That's neat. Oh, I would really like to go this way, so unfortunately it's not really worth me greeding all too much. No enhancer yet, kind of sad, and this is just catastrophic if I miss, so can't go for that passive, unfortunately. Short fuser, I'm sure I could get one, but it's just not worth it. I'm skipping this fight. Yeah, that was really just like stacking up as many bombs as possible and then eventually just barraging them down. It took some time for sure. Inconspicuous ring, Betsy's hedge. Our ability to hit crits is incredibly, incredibly impressive. We are not exactly in the... We don't really need wool chicken, straight up. So we'll probably just take a hedge. I think that it's fine. Decent, a lot of extra cash there. Some more extra cash there. Yeah, getting this short fuse certainly was quite nice for improving our cash income post-combat. Well, we also had a bunch of scaling there. Didn't really matter too much. Our healing is perfectly acceptable. Yes, if I take Inferno Ingot, that does actually out-heal the... oh my god. Whatever. This is just not an interesting fight to watch, so yeah, I'll be skipping this one too. Yeah, so Believiation was actually getting some nice use that combat. I was actually pretty impressed. Oh man. Oh, that is lovely. Yeah. I know that I said this is like a sliming run, but Chemical Hazard is poison, so adding one more poison into my deck makes perfect sense. Technically, I don't have all the slime orbs, I guess. Oh, no, I don't have the slime stick dog. The thing is, I wouldn't even allow myself to add any more assemble pieces, so yeah, nah. And like, let's be honest, I didn't even start the run with all of the slime orbs in my deck because I totally forgot that Twooze Company existed. Oh man. I don't care about Twooze Company. Simple as that. Boom, let's finish it. Potion Bolt is just a pretty exceptional orb. Who knew, right? Who knew? I imagine this fight's going to be over pretty fast. In a perfect world, I get like some amazing Spinfection scaling. It's ripping through his health. The Chemical Hazard's also dealing damage. The reality is that's probably not going to happen, but it's a fun to dream about. Oh, and one of the nice things about Recombobulator as well is the fix. I don't know, maybe this is actually a lot of poison damage. Let's see this. 6920 down to 6690. So what, a bit under 300 damage? I think. I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it too hard. Mixture of... Yeah, so not really that impressive. Mixture of both Spinfection and poison damage there. Which is funny that there's both poison damage and Spinfection. So they're basically the same thing. Just one's from Chemical Hazard and the other one is from whatever the hell source it's from. Since there are a lot of Spinfection sources in the game. Anyway, I believe our Potion Ball shot is going to be pretty funny, huh? Like, isn't this just going to go nuts? 43 Spinfection. Let's see if we can get a kill. Close. Pretty close. He's certainly dead the shot, that's for sure. Yeah, Potion Ball is just absolutely nice. This is why I didn't want to add Potion Ball to my deck in the beginning, because it is a pretty warping orb. But like, so what justification am I not adding it into my deck for? Because it's strong? Like, yeah, but that's like a bit of a odd distinction to make. Like, because it's epic? Yeah, but Balm's being added to my deck, and like, I'm not going to exclude Balm from this because Balm is actually like, it's very, very strong. But it's one of the fairer healing orbs for sure. Like, yeah, my last run showed off how good it was. But that last one was incredibly, incredibly long, and Balm incentivizing a longer game plan is potentially not the most ideal because sometimes you really can't support it, especially if you're fighting DM War and you lack scaling, right? Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm mostly talking about the slime fight because, yeah, that was just. That was actually the first time I tried slime fight. I think it resets. And that final shot just got the kill, which is pretty lovely. I've done that a few too many times now. Very impressive. I'm very happy with our boss passives. I think that the first boss passive was quite interesting, being Leave the Rest for Later. What do I think it would have been like if I'd taken Upgrading instead? I think that would have been a very fun run. Leave the Rest for Later, Refresher Claw scaling. Yeah. Part of the problem I have with taking the upgrading is I feel like it puts a bit too much emphasis on Potion Ball being the best orb in my deck, which I kind of dislike. And I feel like, yes, Potion Ball was the best orb in my deck here as well, but I feel like much less so, especially since I had the Wand of Skullfoot Wrath. But with all of the bomb stuff I had going on, it is kind of rough because Potion Ball just becomes so much better when you can include bomb stuff into the mix. And yeah, I had some absolutely nut bomb stuff. And by that I mean two things basically, because Short Fuse was incredibly, incredibly nice, but it was basically just Power Collector and Recombobulator being my engine. The starting navigation station was really nice for the cash. I find it funny though that basically during all points of the run, I was still just lacking cash. Was it worth it spending all of that health early on to upgrade my deck? Good question. Probably not. But I mean, it worked out, right? Like I got through that slime fight just fine. Never needed to press the heal button, but I didn't really get a good shot off with my bomb, unfortunately. The cookie was nice for the extra heal, but really not too much. Yeah. Overall, okay. What do I think of each slime orb? And then I'll finish up. Believiation, I was actually pretty impressed with it. I think the Believiation change was actually quite nice. In the blind fight, it was actually not that bad. I think that the problem with Believiation is usually you'd rather just shoot a poltergeist that kills all enemies, right? Like, but if you think of it as like, it's the shot that you shoot before you can get to your poltergeist, yeah, it does sound much better in theory, but I don't know, still not too impressed. Twooze Company, I think that it's probably the worst of the bunch. Yeah, straight up. There's a reason I've got it. I think that it's probably just not worth it 99% of the time. Look, maybe if you have your pegs downgraded as well as like decently high damage, it's actually worth it to take a Twooze Company to just try and get that damage back to positive. But I don't see that. Usually, when you take double damage, you're trying to just burst through them, or you have a good way to upgrade your pegs back, so you're not actually losing too much in the long run. Split Up is nuts. It has +1, +2 upgrades, and creating extra momentum is absolutely perfect for a shot. Taking from 5 to 4 to 3, 3 for durable is really, really good. It's part of what makes Kimble Hazard as well so good. Potion it's just Potion Ball is nuts. It was the best dog in this deck by far. Balm, I could have perhaps done this run without Balm. Kind of crazy, but yeah, Balm is obviously amazing. I didn't actually need it too much over the course of this run. It was very nice early on for sure, but yeah, without proper ways to get use out of Balm, it can be a bit tough to get use out of Balm. Like we didn't have any kind of like multiple effects really. And the thing is, we actually had very decent other sources of healing. Generator, I think that Generator was the one that I'm like kind of disappointed in myself for not using more. I think that it could be incredibly, incredibly interesting, but it just feels like a bad lightning orb, like just a discount lightning orb. Uh, it seems interesting, but like the fact that it doesn't have damage upgrades, it's not actually doing the mass procking itself. It's probably setting it up for future shots. And like, yeah, in this deck, it was doing the most mass procking next to Potion Ball, but like still. And then Chemical Hazard. So Area 1, Area 2, Chemical Hazard, I was really impressed with it. Partially because, I got it to level 3 like instantly. That certainly does help improve my perception of it. In Area 3, yeah, it was kind of neat in the boss fight, but like, there are just so many better ways I could have won the boss fight, and I did win the boss fight, right? Like, uh, so you want me to add an orb to my deck, specifically for Area 1 and Area 2, which becomes reasonably useless in Area 3 and has really bad damage? Yeah, I can definitely see myself doing that sometimes. I think that is probably worth to take quite a few times. But I feel like more often than not, I'd rather just pick up a different orb. Like, there are a lot of orbs that scale really well into Area 3, as well as being decent in Area 2, Area 1. Like, Bob comes to mind. There are probably a few others that I could name, but I'm not going to sit here and name all of the orbs that are useful for those scenarios because I feel like there are an awful lot. And yeah, I do think Chemical Hazard is quite neat. It actually was pretty impressive. It's like a mini, like, Grubby Gloves, right? It's adding a good amount of flat damage per shot to your shot. But I still rather have Grubby Gloves over Chemical Hazard most of the time. Like, you don't have to shoot a Grubby Gloves. Grubby Gloves is attached to any shot you take. That's the very big difference between this and Chemical Hazard. Because, like, sure, Chemical Hazard's going to stack way past 10, but if you're shooting it on a high damaging AoE for Grubby Gloves and you're getting the debuffs and maybe you have extra debuffs energy, like, yeah. So I do think Chemical Hazard's neat, but I think that overall I probably rated it pretty fairly, but certainly I underestimated what could achieve in the earlier areas.